Why does it seem as if nobody respects your boundaries? Now, I could make this a 20 or 30-second video, but I know that y'all like the long ones. No, I'm kidding. To be honest with you, I just have to do a little bit of unpacking to truly give the depth to these answers. But I will give you the answers. Reason one, why does nobody respect your boundaries? I could make this a 20-second video and just give you the answer straight up, but to be honest with you, we need to do a little bit of unpacking to truly understand what it is that is taking place. Why is it that it seems as if you create these boundaries, these lines in the sand for yourself, and people continue to step over them, habitual line steppers in your life? Now, you may view it as a them problem. You may view it as the people in your life or the people walking and stepping into your life just simply do not respect you. They don't respect your boundaries, and they have no respect overall. And in all honesty, those examples are far and few between. Like, most individuals want to be liked. Most individuals want to like. They want to interact in a cordial way, right? Unless you're raised in an environment where, you are surrounded by savages. In most cases, most people would rather be respectful and keep your company and keep that relationship than otherwise. So why is it that we meet this problem in most cases where, again, our boundaries seem to be set? We've created these sets of boundaries for ourselves, but people keep crossing them. And to be frank with you, to be all the way real with you, to keep it 100 with you, it's because you don't respect your own boundaries. That's right. I'm coming out the gate. I'm coming out the tail with it. You do not respect your own boundaries. You have set lines in the sand that you are crossing consistently. Now, one that I've seen in multiple cases is this thing of like, it's a new year right now, right? Now, you can watch this at any point in time and it's relevant. But right now, it is a new year. We're still in January. We got people running in and out the gym, people doing their thing, people about to lose 100 pounds for the 100th time, right? And you see people who are telling their friends, telling their compadres, whoever it is, hey, listen, this year is my year. I'm about to lose this 100 pounds. I'm about to stop eating the cookies. I'm about to stop smoking the cigarettes. I'm about to stop partying. And they set all these boundaries and basically will alert the people around them to say, don't bring the cookies around me. Don't invite me to the club, etc. However, as soon as another person or that same individual that they want to keep them accountable or are setting that boundary with, as soon as that person offers them a cookie in the midst of that, they take the cookie. Or even worse off, nobody offered them the cookie and they end up eating that cookie. Nobody told them to go out partying instead of, going out to the gym that night, and they ended up going partying instead of the gym. Like, if you're in that place where you are not even respecting the boundaries that you have set for yourself, how on earth do you expect somebody else to respect that boundary? Like, I'm a wholehearted believer that if you can create a list of expectations for somebody else in a relationship context, all these expectations, all these criteria, all these standards that you want, all the things that they got to bring to the table, if you can create this list for them, but you can't create it for yourself, burn your list. Like, for real, just get rid of your list completely and just settle for either a life alone or a life with somebody who has the things that you are living up to yourself. Like, I don't have expectations of somebody beyond the expectations I have for myself, because I learned that, first of all, it's not fair, and secondly, I'm only bringing into my life what I'm putting out there, period. So, therefore, we find ourselves in situations where it feels as if other people are disrespecting us, but in truth, we disrespect ourselves every single day. People don't keep promises, and we say we want honesty in our life, but we're not even willing to be honest with ourselves. And that, for me, it's not just this thing of hypocrisy. It's not about you being a bad person or whatever it may be. It's just a simple fact of, if you're going to, again, live in a certain way or have people treat you in a certain way, you must be demonstrating that within your own life. If I'm not respecting myself in areas of my life, why should I expect somebody to respect me in those aspects of my life? Like, if I'm not taking care of my own body, why should somebody else be concerned with taking care of my body? They're not supposed to raise me. Like, my parents did their job. They already did their job of raising, right? And nobody else is supposed to be raising a grown man into a full grown man. Like, that's nobody else's business but my own. Therefore, I have to bring it back to this. when you are creating these standards, even if it's this is my expectation in a relationship, or these are the things that I'm not willing to entertain. Like I have standards, or I have these boundaries, excuse me. I have created these boundaries for myself to say, if you're going to be talking to other people, you're going to be entertaining other conversations, with people outside the relationship, then I'm not going to put up with that. But you doing the same thing, out of here. Absolutely out of here. Like, one popular one that I've seen time and time again is this, right? Is, I don't want you, following these certain type of people on Instagram or whatever, people who got the cheeks out and everything. And I'm like, okay, bet. But then I hear that they're posting them type of pictures on the internet. So at the end of the day, you can't have that double standard. Like, that's not going to play out. That's not going to work out for you, them, or anybody else. So therefore, reason number one why people continue to disrespect your boundaries is because you don't respect them. Now, number two, and this one is crucial, as far as having both ears completely open. Have them like this. I want you doing Will Smith ears right now. I need to see the whole things to make sure that you are absolutely tuning into this one, because you're going to need at least half your brain for this one, and you're going to need both of your ears, or you're going to need both your eyes. You're going to need something to fully consume this message. Hear me, and hear me close. The reason why nobody is respecting your boundaries is because you set your boundaries from a place of anger. This might be a new thought to you. This might be new news to you, which is why I said you got to be fully alert. When you are setting boundaries, quote unquote boundaries, from a place of resentment, from a place of bitterness, from a place of hurt, the energy that you are emitting, the place in which you are existing is not one of love. It's not one of peace. It's one of disruption. It's one of fear, to be honest with you. Like, I was going to say it's one of hatred, but hatred is only a byproduct of fear. So therefore, you're existing in a state of consciousness that is fear. And therefore, you're only going to track back to yourself those very experiences. You're going to make manifest those exact experiences, fear-based experiences. And a lot of fear-based experiences are those of people overstepping any boundaries that you have, people disrespecting you, people doing things to you that keep you in that state of fear. You are doing it to yourself, and it is done by creating these so-called boundaries because you want to punish the other individual. You're not setting those boundaries for you and the healthiest version of yourself. You're not setting those boundaries for your own growth's sake. You're not setting those boundaries from a place of peace, from a place of truly desiring to move forward and move higher and to illuminate like God has had you to be. Like, you're not living and existing in a place of the fullness of who God made you to be if you are claiming to create boundaries, but you're really doing it because you want to prove a point to other people, because you want other people to know that, I'll cut you off, or I'll push you out the way if you're not going to respect my lines and my thing. Like, again, you can be doing something with two different spirits, and it looks the exact same on the outside, but the outcome is absolutely opposite. And again, I go back to this one of fitness. Like, one person can be in the gym working out, but when they go home, they're eating the brownies, they're eating the cupcakes, they're eating the sugar, right? They're just pouring the sugar down their throat, basically. They're making their throat a slip and slide for sugar. And then you have somebody who's going to the gym, and they come back home and they're watching what they're eating. So they're eating the rice, and they're eating the chicken, they're eating the broccoli, they're eating the quinoa and things of that nature, right? And that person will look to the other. So let's say both people come to the gym, right? You have the quinoa fam, and you have the sugarful Sunday fam. So you got sugar and quinoa both at the gym. They're both doing their workouts, and a year goes by, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years goes by. Now, they've both been going to the gym, but one person has absolutely transformed. They got an 8-pack going on. Their muscles have muscles, etc. And on the other side, you have, sugarful Sunday, who basically either stayed the exact same because the working out has neutralized their diet, or it's gotten even worse for them. Their health has gotten worse, etc. Now, I use that analogy to say this. The working out aspect is the equivalent of like the action we take in life. But the 95%, which is your diet, your lifestyle, is the equivalent of your mindset and your intention. If you do something with a right intention, when your heart can sit right with something, when you're at a place of peace, when you do the thing, you will get a very different result out of life. And it's coming from a very different place. And a lot of people don't want to hear this because, we love to justify the reasons why we're bitter, the reasons why we're resentful, believing as if, us justifying is going to make things better for ourselves, when in turn it just keeps us in that vicious cycle. And what I got to say to you at this very moment is, you can keep yourself in that cycle if you want. It's 100% a choice. You can do whatever you want. It is your life. You got that free will. But I promise you, so long as you continue to create your boundaries from a place of trying to either punish another person, trying to prove a point, from that place of resentment, bitterness, and anger, I promise you, you're going to stay in the same cycle. In the very same cycle. Nothing is going to change. In fact, things are going to get gradually worse. And that is the choice that you have to make for yourself. So again, why does it seem like nobody is respecting my boundaries? It has nothing or little to do with others. If you do find yourself running into cases where there is that oddball experience of like a person is genuinely looking to disrespect you, then that's your sign to turn the other way. And in most times, life is going to get rid of those people if we're living according to our highest ideal. If we're living according to like what God's goodness, right? Like the fullness of life. If we're truly living towards that ideal, not that we're perfect, but we're looking in that direction, we're not going to be attracting a bunch of those people. And if we do, those people are usually removed from our lives. But most of us try to go chasing them down. We try to hunt down the toxicity from our past and hold on to it as opposed to letting it go. So you're probably experiencing one or two individuals, maybe in a relationship, intimate, whatever it is, and your boundaries continue to be pushed and pushed and pushed, and they're not respected. And I'm telling you right now, if you do not do that internal work, that introspective work, and you do not make it a part of your life, you will continue to get the exact same results. And so for anybody in this space right now who is serious about their emotional healing journey, I want to extend an olive branch to you. I am opening up my calendar for one-on-one coaching. Now, if you are interested, make sure to go into the caption below or the description below, whatever app this is on at this point in time. This might be 2081, so go into the caption below. Click on the booking page. That is going to allow you to pick a time that works for you, works for me. We're going to get that first consultation, see if we're a match, see if we're truly are able to essentially coexist in the same space, and if I am able to be an aid, a guide in this time in your life. So make sure to get to that, and we will get to this, and we going to get the heck up out of that. You understand me? I appreciate you. I love you. Peace.